there could be an ounce of truth in that. Because obviously, MGM would want to maintain for their clients. So obviously, they sweep it under the carpet as much as they can, even if it means denying anything to that story. So I think it could be a should have, whether it's true or not, I don't know. I think there might be. I mean, look, man, celebrities have always been doing things, and people have always tried to, sweep it under the carpet simply because of that privacy element of things. So,
yeah, so it's an interesting topic. I think there is some element of truth because they've swiftly come out and said denied the story. Is it to protect reputation? Is as asked. I believe there's a hint of truth, but hey, someone racking even $1 million debt or $100,000 debt is shocking. To get to 50 million, I think
a lot of money.
That means you don't have the right company around you. You don't have the right people around you. Your friends are not really your friends. Your family is not really your family. To get up to that debt, even if it's 100,000.
Yeah, so I do agree with Tinas on this one. There is a shade of truth in there. So trying to reverse the whole story is like a PR campaign to protect both the lender and Bruno. But however, in saying that, we should not take away the responsibility from Bruno, because it is a problem, and it's his problem, that gambling problem. And you find that with people of his, of his caliber, 50 million is it's believable for him to, to wipe that amount in a casino, because you can go into a casino with little money, and then you get few wins, and then it becomes like a drug. It becomes addictive, and then you think you're smarter than the house, and then you start to bet big, and you continue to bet big. We cannot put the responsibility to your friends or family, because in most cases, friends and family might not even know that you've got that problem, and they don't know how strong your pocket is. And in some instances, they don't even know that you are borrowing that money to maintain that kind of, image.
Yeah,
I'm a bit worried though. I know you could. We all know who he is. He's a star. He probably breaks in a lot of money from shows, things like that. I'm worried because he has that ability to spend that sort of money and not care at all. I think that's something that's telling up the life that he's living, or his mental state. Because to be honest, things like that have got it's in essence a loan of some sort. There's interests that are charged. There's people who are tasked come and ask you if you don't show up when you're supposed to show up. So it's for me it's a big problem that saying that he doesn't manage to pay back what is supposed to pay back at a certain time. What's going to happen to him? He can easily start working just to repay that loan, and maybe people could end up having shares in how, say for example, shows. They know every time he's going to have a show, they're going to have to pay him a certain amount of money, and it impacts his personal life.
Now, some of those things can be protected because you can use legal, support to protect such things.
A guy, when someone wants their money, they'll come for you.
It's easy. It's easy. You can file in Chapter 11, and no one comes after you except the ATO or the Revenue Authority. They are the only ones that are excluded from Chapter 11.
Yeah, because I think it's wouldn't the casino be going after him as an individual, and not what he does with the record label because wouldn't that be a separate entity? So, because was he gambling as the Bruno Mars, the musician entity, or the individual who's using his own income? So those are some of the questions. And, when you file for whatever, Chapter 11 or bankruptcy, I think the only people who can come after you is the government, the taxes. You can never run away from those. Unless you go into the grave, but I think even in the grave they'll chase after you and your children. So
your children.
Yeah, well, officially, yes, that could be officially that could be, but we all know, we heard of how there are bookies and people like that who engage in certain things, and on the surface of things, yes, you're right, and no one can come after you. But if I want my money from you, I'm not going to, and you are not failing to pay what you owe me, I'm not going to use the government. I'm not going to sue you. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to send someone talk to you in courts nicely, so that we have a situation where you pay back what you owe. I don't think at this level we are talking about going to sue you, because, my guy, when you came to spend that money, we didn't go through the normal channel or whatever you might want to. You came to gamble, pay back.
Yeah, even I think that's one of the rumors where, if you read through the history or some of the biographies for Elvis Presley, that's why his manager had a gambling debt with one of the casinos. That's why he always went back and sang at that same casino for many years.
Exactly.
And was never able to tour the rest of the world. He only sang in America because, one, apparently the manager didn't have travel documents, or he was an illegal at that time. Second of all, there was believed to be a debt which he was owing the casino, and basing all the money using Elvis Presley's name. So you might, if you dig deeper in the story, you never know. It might not be just Bruno spending that 50 million. It's it's acolytes, it's hangers-on, people who just come and hang on to him. As I said, friends, associates. So all that stuff where people, at the end of the day, as an individual, if you don't have the right people, a mate of yours should just come and pull you off. The moment you lose $200 or $100, I think someone, everyone has tried. Everyone has walked into a casino. Everyone has said, let's go and have dinner. After you've had dinner, a few drinks, you go and try and say, let me throw some money at the roulette. But if you lose more than a certain amount, someone is there to say, let's go. Because they've got the best interest at heart. But from my personal opinion, reading this, whether it's true or not, they are denying it. Accusations came out, and there's a denial now. So we'll let it play out a few more weeks, so it will just die, entertainment star death, where everything is just hush hush underneath the carpet. But yeah, it's a dangerous precedent where it's going, because as Tina said, quote unquote, we know the history with the history of some of these institutions, how these institutions are funded by who, and which certain people fund these institutions. Quote unquote, they will want their money back.
Yes.
It's an interesting story to see unfold.
Yeah, it's interesting. We'll continue to monitor it. But as I said, a story from Entertainment Tonight, Billboard, The Inquirer, all major sites. E-Online, they're all saying that MGM Casino has denied the alleged rumors. These are major outlets, so you can read for yourselves. We'll put some of the links in the description.
If they say so, if they say he doesn't have a debt, he can use that against them.
Yeah, but man, I think he wouldn't want to come out, because they'll just put out the information they've got.
Yeah, but they've come and do a public, a release of
No, but I don't believe they said he doesn't have debt. They just said he doesn't have the 50 million. Because what shocked
Yes.
people is the 50 million.
yes.
It might be 20 million or it might be 5 million. But I think what shocked people is the 50 million amount.